The NFL season officially kicks off in just a couple of weeks, and while we've only seen a snapshot of these teams so far, we're here to make some predictions about the outcome of the 2021 season. Michael Spencer from CBS Denver is with me today virtually to discuss the upcoming season, and I want to get his thoughts on the AFC West. It's good to see you, Michael. How's the preseason going for the Denver Broncos?
It's been good so far, Katie. 2 games, and the Broncos defense has only allowed 9 points. The team is hoping that is a sign of things to come. Fan base obviously wants to know a decision on the quarterback. No word on that as of just yet. But both guys have played well, so I guess that's a good thing heading into the regular season, despite the fact that neither guy, Teddy Bridgewater nor Drew Lock, has really separated himself in that competition as of yet.
And jumping right in, the AFC West is really a powerhouse division, one of the toughest in the league. So who do you see coming out on top of it at the end of this year?
I would love to go contrarian and give you somebody other than the Kansas City Chiefs, but I just can't do that, right? I mean, I think that they are clearly the team to beat, not only in the AFC West, but in the AFC. They've won the division 5 straight times. Anytime Patrick Mahomes is your starting quarterback, your team is going to be in a really good spot, not only to win the division, but to compete for Super Bowls. So the Chiefs are the class of this division. They have been ever since Peyton Manning retired following the 2015 season. And I don't see that changing heading into 2021. I think, and this is a scary thought, I think the Chiefs could actually be better this year than they were last year. I know people in Broncos country don't want to hear that or hear me say that, but I think that Kansas City right now is clearly the team to beat, not just in the division, but also in the AFC as well.
Michael, you just upset a bunch of local folks with that response there. I do want to ask you, though, do you expect a lot of noise or any noise from the other teams in this division?
Well, I think you're looking at the Chargers and Broncos, and I think the Chargers probably would be the team that I would put second in that division right now. The Broncos are hanging their hat on defense this year, and if there's a way to slow down Kansas City, it would be defensively. But the problem with the Broncos is their biggest question mark is at the most important position on the field. So until we see quality quarterback play, it's going to be hard for them to make a run to try and catch the Chiefs. Conversely, with the Chargers, you feel like you know what you have in Justin Herbert. The question is, can he continue to take steps forward in year 2 after what we saw in his rookie season last year? And what does their defense do? I think that might be the hang up for Los Angeles moving forward. But I would put the Broncos and the Chargers, and actually I'd put the Chargers and then the Broncos in terms of the order of maybe how they go about trying to chase the Chiefs. But again, it's Kansas City's division. I think at this point, everybody else is playing for second.
Michael, finally, are there any other AFC West storylines we should all be watching this season?
Yeah, I think so. When you look at the Broncos, obviously their defense is what they're going to hang their hat on. I think their running game could be really good, and I think rookie Javonte Williams could have himself a good season. I'll be interested to see what Melvin Gordon does, too, because there's been a lot of hype around Javonte Williams in training camp. I think he is going to be a fantasy darling this year for teams, especially early in the season. So think about that as you go into your fantasy drafts here in the next couple of weeks. And then I want to see what the Raiders do, right? It seems like there's always hype around the Raiders. They never live up to that hype. I have a feeling that might be the case again. I would love to see Henry Ruggs take a step forward in his second season. That's one storyline there as well. And then, as I mentioned, the Chargers in that defense, what do they do? And can the Chiefs actually get better? I think they spent a lot of capital in this offseason bulking up their offensive line, which is a scary thought, Katie, because you're talking about a Chiefs offense that's already at the top of the league, maybe even being better heading into 2021 if they can protect Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a scary thought for other teams knowing that O-line could give Mahomes even more time, right? Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Michael. You can find even more of these division breakdowns linked in our online article for all your NFL content ahead of the season. I'm Katie Johnston for CBS Local Sports.